Paul was not surprised to find the company executive and the remaining Marines waiting for him alongside General Mustang. The general tells Paul that he's glad to see him alive and wants to debrief again, this time with Paul there. Paul tries to argue that it was the company executive William Zulun who released the xenomorphs in an attempt to defeat him, but the Marines had backed up the executive's story. They had not seen the executive do it, and in fact blamed Paul for the deaths of their colleagues. In their mind, if Paul hadn't wandered off and come across a group of xenomorphs, then their teammates would still be here. The general calmed to this argument and brought up the reports of their mission. Despite the casualties, it had been successful for the facility's data being retrieved. It contained details on every xenomorph cast they had come across, and the believed location of the Queen's chamber. Once the rest of the Liberation forces arrived in a few months, that section of the nest would become the focus of their assault. Reading the reports, Paul sees something is missing. He asks why the company android that came with them is missing in action, but when Paul was leaving the facility, he didn't see any destroyed androids. The executive said Paul must have missed him. Before they could argue over this, however, the alarm goes off.